Ladies and gentlemen, Eagles Nation, buckle up, because if you thought the NFC East was a powder keg this season, A.J. Brown just lit the fuse with a mic drop moment that's got the whole league buzzing. I'm your host, the voice of Birds Fervor, coming to you live from the shadow of the link, where the ghosts of Reggie White and Brian Dawkins still echo in those thunderous cheers. What if I told you that in a division where the Cowboys are stumbling, the Giants are groaning, and the Commanders are, well, commanding very little, our Philadelphia Eagles? Yes, the defending champs of grit from that 17 Super Bowl miracle are simmering with frustration instead of soaring. Yeah, it's that kind of week. Let's break it down, because this isn't just shade. It's a spotlight on everything that's got to change if we're going to chant, "Fly, Eagles, fly," all the way to February. First off, the headlines. Post-practice scrum on Friday, and there stands A.J. Brown, our towering 6'1" beast from Ole Miss, the guy who exploded onto the scene with the Titans back in 2019, snagging Pro Bowl nods like they were free pretzels at Reading Terminal. The question comes, A.J., you haven't been the same explosive force this year, what's up? And instead of dodging or deflecting, our man goes full transparency mode. Look, I'm not worried about me, he says, eyes locked on the cameras. We've got Saquon Barkley in the backfield, a dude who torched it for over 1,200 yards last season, and even he's not popping off like we know he can. If the best of us aren't shining, what does that say? Oof. Straight fire. Saquon, the New York escape artist who bolted to Philly in the offseason for that monster contract, the same guy who danced through holes like he was in a Broadway musical. Yeah, he's grounded this year. Through 10 games, he's at 682 rushing yards, a far cry from his 2024 breakout of 1,242. And Brown's own stat line? Just 58 catches for 782 yards and 5 scores. Elite numbers on paper, but for a dude who feasted on 106 receptions and 1,456 yards just last fall? It's like serving cheesesteak without the whiz. Fans are feeling it, and AJ's not sugarcoating. Now, let's peel back the layers here, because this isn't just teammate-to-teammate jabs, though man, in a locker room as tight as ours, that stings a bit. Dig deeper, and it's crystal clear. Brown's lobbing grenades at the coaching carousel up on the sideline. Nick Sirianni's crew, with offensive coordinator Brian Johnson calling the shots, promised a balanced attack when we inked Saquon, a thunder and lightning duo with Jalen Hurts slinging it to A.J., Devonta Smith, and that Dallas Goedert safety valve. But what's unfolding? A scheme that's as predictable as a Rocky sequel. Too many stacked boxes against the run, not enough play action to free up the deep ball. Remember that Week 8 clunker against the Bengals? We ran it 18 times for 62 yards. Saquon's averaging a measly 3.8 yards per carry behind an O-line that's missing Jordan Mailata for half the season and dealing with Landon Dickerson nursing tweaks. Brown's targets? Down 15% from last year, per the advanced metrics. It's not talent. Heck, Jalen's still scrambling like Donovan McNabb in his prime, evading sacks with that dual-threat magic. No, it's execution. Or lack thereof. As one anonymous scout whispered to me off the record, and trust me, I've got sources deeper than the school kill, the play calling's vanilla ice cream in a city that craves Rocky Road. You've got Ferraris in the garage, but you're stuck in rush hour traffic. Flashback for a sec, because context is king in this rivalry-riddled East. The Eagles own a legacy of overcoming the odds. Think 60s Doyles, the 80s Dogs with Seth Joyner barking leads, or that '08 Dream Team that fell just short. Statistically, we're sitting pretty at 7-3, tops in the division, outscoring foes by 92 points. But offensively, 24.1 points per game, third in the NFC, solid, but a dip from last year's 27.8 fireworks. Compare that to Saquon's Giants days. He averaged 5.1 yards per tote. Now it's 4.2, thanks to those aforementioned injuries turning our front five into a turnstile. And A.J., his yards after catch are down 22% per next-gen stats. Dude's getting the ball in traffic, not stride. It's the kind of seasonal hiccup that echoes the 2012 implosion, when Andy Reid's crew sputtered to 4-12 amid similar whispers. But here's the expert take, straight from a fictional fireside chat I'd have with former Birds great Brian Westbrook. Kid, he'd say, puffing on a cigar in some imagined Philly speakeasy, AJ's not wrong. It's like we traded the Fly Eagles fly wings for training wheels. Get the O-line healthy, spice up the script, and watch Saquon and Brown turn Dallas into dust bunnies come Sunday. Speaking of which, oh, the drama. Fictional quote time. Because you know I'd corner these guys post-practice. Imagine Sirianni, sleeves rolled up, that trademark intensity, AJ's passion? That's Eagles DNA. We're tweaking, we're talking, and Week 12's our reset. Cowboys. They've lost 3 straight. Who says we can't make it 4? Or picture Saquon, flashing that megawatt smile in the tunnel. Shade? Nah, that's love. AJ's pushing us all. I've got his back, just like he's got mine on those jet sweeps. Dallas who? And from the stands, a diehard in a Dawkins jersey, screaming over the podcast waves, Brown's our truth serum. We've bled green since 35. Time to unleash the dogs on those star-wearing clowns. It's raw, it's real, and in a city where fans once pelted Santa with snowballs, this fire could forge diamonds. Looking ahead, the implications. Massive. A win over the Cowboys, those eternal NFC East thorns, the ones who stole our souls in that 22 playoff heartbreaker, vaults us to 8-3, breathing rarefied air in a playoff chase where the Lions and Vikes are lurking. Lose, and those murmurs turn to roars, pressuring the front office come draft season. My prediction. Bold call. Hurts to Brown connects for 150 yards and 2 TDs. Saquon breaks 100 on the ground, and we grind out a 27-20 victory under those link lights. It's the tonic this offense needs. Scheme adjustments. Maybe a wrinkle like more RPOs to exploit Dak Prescott's blitz-happy D. Playoffs? Locked in, baby, with a real shot at that elusive repeat glow. But it starts with trust, coaches leaning into the talent, players buying in. Eagles faithful, from the boisterous bars of South Philly to the tailgates roaring with that unbreakable Agile spell. It's moments like this that make our green blood boil. Tune in Sunday at 4:25 Eastern, crack open a Yingling, and let's send the Cowboys packing with a performance that honors the 17 heroes who shocked the world. This is more than a game. It's redemption. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'll be right here, calling every snap. What's your take? Hit the comments, smash that like, and subscribe for all the birds beat. Until next time, keep the faith green.